Critical Conversation Bros here. I'm your whole greatness. This is
Tavern Bubba.
Yeah. We just did a short 2K subscribers.
2K.
Wow, this is huge, and wow, man.
Please check the short out.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get into it. This is a huge video. Not only predictions for Clash of the Castle, Sunday, Father's Day. Shout out to all the dads out there. You are important. You are loved. Shout out to my dad and stepdad. Awesome.
Shout out to a heavenly Father's Day up in heaven to my father.
Yes. All right. Next order of business. TNA has a pay-per-view tonight.
They do.
Wow. Going to be awesome. I think this affects WWE just a little bit.
Because we're going to believe in Joe Hendry.
I've been believing for a long time. Now it's time for everybody else to believe.
And delete.
Delete. And Jeff Hardy as Willow, maybe?
He
Maybe.
could show up tonight.
This is exciting.
Great.
A lot of good things to touch on. But let's get to the big show here. Clash at the Castle. Gonna be humongous.
At 2 o'clock Eastern time.
Wow. That's a little early, but not as early as France was.
I'll be clocking out from work, so it'll be great.
And I'll be here watching, waiting for you.
You won't be watching. You'll be just waiting.
Okay, I won't be watching. Anyway. Next order of business, Jade and Bianca versus Zoe and Shayna Baszler, and then facing Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Wow.
It's a lot of women in one ring.
A lot of diverse women at that.
It is.
This is huge. Titles are on the line. Is this how they get the straps off of them girls and move on another direction?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, it's a good group of girls. Shayna and Zoe, I'm not so
They're athletic.
I'm about, but
They're legitimate.
But Shayna has helped put Lola Vice over.
Yeah, she's done great things.
So I feel like that's good, and I like that.
Yeah.
And then you got your girl Alba and Isla, who I finally hope actually get used and
Long overdue.
some spotlight. And if they do take the titles, I'm happy. That's who I'd want to take the titles. But ultimately, I am going to stick with Jade and Bianca.
That's fair. I think Jade and Bianca aren't involved in this decision at all. I think either Zoe or Shayna get pinned by either Isla Dawn or Alba Fire. Either one, doesn't matter. But I think Isla Dawn and Alba Fire win this match, get that comeuppance that they needed, put the titles on them, see what they can do. I'm here for this. This has been long overdue. Time to use them, see what they can do. They've got good characters. They've got a good look. Let's let them do it, see what they can handle. And Alba deserves this, especially after the week she's had. Let me tell you, losing her mother. This is going to be an important show for her. She's going to show out.
Yeah, and that's her hometown, right?
Not her
Close
hometown,
enough.
but close. It is close to home. I think this is going to be humongous for her, and obviously Isla Dawn not being from Florida. This is a big deal. So.
Yeah. But ultimately, like I said, I think Jade and Bianca are still going to retain yet, at least for maybe another pay-per-view or so.
I just don't see it.
Just my choice.
But hey, at least we're differing on something. Either route would make sense storyline-wise because they have so many ways they can go here. This is going to be interesting, the route they choose, because it sets so much other stuff up depending on what they do here. I think if you just free Jade and Bianca up to be singles competitors, I think this is more beneficial at this time.
Yeah.
Especially going into SummerSlam. And let's be honest, Becky uncertainty hurts them a little bit.
Well,
because that's a star that they don't have.
Yeah, I mean, even Money is Money in the Bank next?
Is it? I don't know.
I think so.
Possibly.
So I mean maybe that's the route they want to do.
Yeah,
One of them in the Money in the Bank. So
and that's a possibility. Could you argue giving Jade the Money in the Bank briefcase?
No.
I'm not sure I could argue against that. Hell, that would be cinema at its finest there.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you get her a manager in the process and some stuff going. Boy, that could be really entertaining. I'm here for that.
Yeah, 100%.
I think there's a lot of potential with Jade in that aspect because that'd be kind of a way of like protecting her so she doesn't have to be in the scene right away.
Yeah.
And like that main event scene, just kind of keep doing her thing and building herself up. I think that would be humongous.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. We'll see what happens. But this next match that we're going to talk about is humongous. This has huge implications. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Wow.
You think Otis turns?
Yes. This is match of the night for me. This has potential to be a 5-star match and also has potential to be incredible cinema from all of Gable's associates either turning on him and new ones helping. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I think we're gonna finally get some mayhem, but in a good way.
Yeah, I think it could be a 5-star match. Could be match of the night. I think there's gonna be a lot of variables in this match.
Yeah.
Between Otis and Maxine and Akira and his new people, the Creed brothers. And who knows what Sammy has up his sleeve too.
He could possibly have something. I don't know.
Ultimately, I think finally with a heel turn of Chad Gable and a freshly new printed contract, he will finally get his title.
Get that singles title. He listen, he deserves it. You get no argument from me. This guy's been a tireless worker, an outstanding, improved guy in that locker room. I think he's essential to keep happy, and put that title on him. He deserves it.
And Sammy's had a nice little run. Could it be longer? Yeah. But I think he's done really well with what he's had.
Yes.
So
we're satisfied.
And I've heard rumors of them wanting maybe him to get an actual bigger title run. So like for either like the World Heavyweight or WWE, who knows?
And honestly, at some point, I would like to see the United States Championship on him as well. I'd like to see him get a run with that and see what he could do.
Let's go on one LA Night, though.
Yeah. But I'm cool with that. Let's roll to the next one. This is huge, man. These matches are all huge, if we're being honest, and have major implications. Bayley versus Piper Niven. Oh, man. Piper at home. Boy, oh, day. What do you think happens? Bayley getting the shaft here?
A lot of things, a lot of variables. We got, you got the role model. The hometown girl.
Yeah, man.
You got Chelsea Green somewhere in there. Who knows what Bayley has up her sleeve? She's always...
Bayley's got something up her sleeve. I just know Bayley has up her sleeve. And as much as I want Piper to win this match, and she could win this match, you want to know what happens?
What happens?
Charlotte interferes and ends this match, and Bayley gets to squeak out with her title. Charlotte makes an early return, staking her claim for a SummerSlam match.
I hate you.
What?
I hate you.
Is that what you were choosing to?
No, I didn't even have any of that in this card. But I hate you. Because Charlotte does not deserve that title, as always.
I agree. But she's going to be there.
I think it would be a heck of a match.
Yeah. They're going to let her show out.
They're going to freaking destroy each other.
But I think they screw Piper in her hometown like they screwed Drew the last time.
Again, this is where I'm going to differ.
Differ, man.
I hope my girl Piper gets the dub in her hometown. And they finally... And it don't have to be a long title run. Maybe a month, or at least pay-per-view to pay-per-view.
You're basically saying she's going to be a transitional champion.
In a way, yeah.
A placeholder, so to speak.
And maybe they change that. Maybe she blows up, the crowd gets behind her, she gets loved, and they...
It happened for Nikki Cross, so can we really deny it? Not really, because, I mean, it works.
And to be honest, if there's anybody, any one woman on this roster that will help put a superstar over, it will be Bayley.
Bayley is incredible at doing that, I will say that. Bayley does a great job.
And Bayley usually does that kind of stuff, so with it being in her hometown and it probably meaning that much to Piper, I could see Bayley doing it.
Next match, man, this is humongous, man. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
I think this is...
You mean his...
going to be an incredible...
dreams aren't going to be broken.
He's going to come out to that. But
he is. And, dude, I'm going to...
I think you're going to see a lot of people mark out, and I think that entire arena will erupt, and they'll have a mutiny if he doesn't leave with that title.
Are we going to have, like, a Montreal Screwjob 2.0?
I don't think you can screw him over twice in his home country. I just don't think you can, or close to his home country, whatever. You can't screw Drew over again. He comes out with the title. I think somebody tries to cost him this title? Yes. But do I think they're successful? No. I think they do just the opposite and end up screwing Damian in the process.
So what you're saying is we're gonna see best in the world CM Punk.
Yes, except for he's gonna actually be the one that ends up screwing
Damian.
Judgment Day.
Okay.
And Judgment Day is gonna get involved because CM Punk gets involved, and they all cost Damian this title. And that is going to be the dissolving of the Judgment Day, I believe, because you're going to see Damian freak out after this loss.
And I'd assume we're going to see Liv at somehow, some way. We're going to have her face somewhere. So I'm sure.
Yeah, she's going to be leaving Finn's house or something stupid. It's going to be an interesting vignette or something. Mark my words, that's what it's going to be.
Okay. So, again, I think this match it could be great.
Could be, yeah.
Drew definitely has, I'm going to say, like, everything to lose, really. Again, because it's in his hometown, and he had the title for, 5 minutes?
It wasn't good.
At Mania. So, which I was happy to see him. They gave him his moment, but they really need to give him his full moment.
Yes.
In his hometown.
Let his people soak it in.
I know a lot of people don't like Drew, maybe not a Drew fan, but he, again, what was it, Monday? I want to say Monday or Tuesday, 10 years ago, he was released.
Yeah.
And he really had, who knows where he was going to go.
Went back to the drawing board.
So 10 years later, he is fighting for a World Heavyweight title shot at Clash of the Castle in front of his home fans, and for the second time. And I think he's going to defeat the odds between CM Punk getting involved somehow.
Yeah.
And like you said, CM Punk may end up costing Damian the actual title.
Yeah.
Like getting kicked out of the arena or whatever because he interfered somehow. Or, Judgment Day getting involved. So I think ultimately Drew will win this title. And then
he needs to win this title.
And for one, it will help him. I know his wife just had emergency surgery, so I'm sure his brain is going crazy, especially when he's got this big of a match in front of his hometown and his wife's going through all that.
And we speculated this could be the first match on the card of the night.
Yeah.
So they get it done and over with,
and he can get
gets
home.
That's what we're speculating.
Yeah, that. I mean, if I were WWE, I would think that would be kind of the right thing to do.
I would think that's an accommodation that can happen. So.
And really, I mean, you start that out with the night, and then you start out with the last match, which we're getting ready to get to end the show. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew winning, and I think it's gonna be a great match. Who knows? Who knows really what's gonna happen in this match between Judgment Day and CM Punk and Drew and Damian and
I got one
who knows
question.
What else?
Is this Night of Champions? Because this is all champion matches. And I just yelled about this not long ago, saying that they need to do this more in pay-per-views or premium live events, as they're called.
It is.
And we're getting it. We're getting it.
But
I just yelled about it.
I have one gripe.
What's your gripe?
One gripe. And it's the gripe I always have.
What's that gripe?
Where are the men's tag teams? Where?
Yeah, it's a huge gripe.
Both of them. We have two. We have two tag team titles. And they're not on any card.
The US title needs to be
I bet you they're tonight. Shocker, right? Or, well, it was already, but...
They don't treat it with the same dignity and respect. But
and it sucks because R-Truth and The Miz deserve that TV time other than being...
laughing stocks.
Right, I feel like they're entertainment, comedy jobbers, really.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got Grayson and A-Town.
And you can't take that tag team seriously because they're...
No.
They're nothing.
So,
really.
like, what are we doing? The women get a lot more TV time than the men tag team
and
time.
It's just...
I mean, granted, I'd rather watch Jade and Bianca, but
there's issues with booking.
Why?
Hopefully they fix it at some point. They're fixing other things, so I'm going to hold out hope. They're doing some of the things that we yell about on this platform. So somebody's listening or watching,
legit storylines right now.
Yeah,
like all the bloodlines.
We're getting a bunch of stuff that we've been asking for, and so I'm not gonna be totally mad. They're doing some of the stuff we asked.
I agree.
But this last match is humongous, and I quit match. AJ Styles.
What'd you say?
Cody Rhodes.
You said
I quit match.
Oh.
Yeah.
We haven't had that in a long time either.
We haven't, but I argue, was this the right move? And does this really help Cody in the long run. I'm not sure. And what does this do for AJ if he loses? I don't really like the prognosis either way because I'm not seeing the big picture of the benefits here, except for that. That is the only thing I can really wrap my head around is if we're getting some iteration of the Bullet Club out of all this.
He goes away for a month
and if we're doing that TNA crossover and this
he
and that,
did,
this
he did
is
express
huge.
interest going over to TNA for a little bit.
So this could be something. So that I would respect and understand. We'll see how that plays out, but I'm picking Cody to win because it's a no-brainer for me. It's too early, and I hate hearing all this chirping about they're not happy with Cody's numbers. They're not happy with this, blah, 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 blah,
I
blah.
was actually going to hit on that.
You know what? A face champion is always viewed and reacted to differently than a heel champion because as a face, they're more limited in what they can do than a heel is. And we wonder why the people end up gravitating towards the heels is because there's less shackles on them, so to speak, in that moment. Cody's a great face champion. I think he's going to be face for most of this reign. Do I think at some point there could be a heel turn depending on what happens? Absolutely. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, he's going to continue to be an incredible face for this company and continue to do great things. This guy is seen everywhere, doing incredible things, granting wishes, how he's great with these kids going down the ring. Yeah, NXT. But do you see the interactions he has with these kids going down in the ring? That alone, setting up that next generation, I can tell you WWE is seeing that, and so are the fans, and we're appreciative of that. You're not going to get a lot of gripe from real, legitimate fans.
So I'm going to bounce off of that. I saw that, the gripe of Cody just not caring as much of the I don't know, like the bigger ratings and that kind of stuff as Roman did. Like you said, Roman was a heel champion. Heel champions usually always get bigger ratings and more, I don't know, like...
It's just the way it's always been.
Yeah. So, Cody, there's difference because, for one, I feel like WWE has slightly dropped the ball on this Cody run because they really haven't set him up with any legit storylines.
Yeah, nothing that is
outside the little bit of the AJ one that we have right now. And they really haven't set him up for success, I feel like.
No.
They haven't. Where Roman, I mean, yeah, their storyline was so long and they had so much going on where they would just go wreck everybody or wreck this person or whatever that people were trying to tune in every night.
That excitement factor,
right.
That unpredictability. With Cody, is some of the stuff that
right.
they're doing redundant, so to speak?
Yeah.
They're making him do a little too much sometimes in the route of promos and like the...
It's definitely not Cody's fault.
It's how they make him appear sometimes.
Right, I wouldn't gripe on Cody because, like you said, I mean, he's good with the fans. He's great with the kids.
Incredible in-ring work.
And his mic skills have gotten better.
He's a great worker.
He just went over to NXT.
And let me tell you something, those were fire segments.
Yeah, I mean, he gave JC Jane, who broke her nose, gave the dashing mask, which is cool. I mean, I don't think Roman would have...
She ended up wearing it later, so like...
Right. I mean, it's small things that people probably aren't seeing. I mean, if they don't watch NXT or whatever, but it's the things I like, especially with the interaction with kids. Like, there are some wrestlers that do that a lot, and Cody is one of them.
Yeah.
And, I feel like that just makes that superstar more liked or more appreciated.
Oh, yeah.
To where, like, Roman, like you say, is the workhorse, the heel, the ratings guy.
Yeah.
So...
I think it's...
I think that whole gripe of Cody isn't carrying the title the way they want or getting the ratings
I don't think they're unhappy at all. I think
that's bull crap.
I think it's a bull crap leak. I think it's just they are getting something different than what they got with Roman, and you just have to have that realistic relatability. At the beginning of Roman's run, I guarantee it wasn't at its peak either. No. You know what I mean?
And then you got these people that, like,
At the start of every run, you got to see where their footing is, where they're going to continue to go, and where they're going to take it. Right. Give it time. I'm gonna let them continue this role because I think Cody's capable of so much more, and I think we're going to get to see some of it.
So, we'll get back into the I Quit match since we got off on a tangent, but it's great. And I'm glad you hit on that because I was just getting ready to talk about it. So we must have read our minds, even though we haven't talked about it today. The I Quit match. I can't remember the last time we actually had a legit I Quit match.
I think it's a long match. I think it has a bunch of wild stuff happen.
Well, yeah, I think it could be a lot like the Bloodline Rules match, to be honest, because you got now the Good Brothers back in good graces with AJ. You got Meechin back in good graces with the Good Brothers and AJ. And who knows if we see any surprise people for him. And Cody's always got people up his sleeve.
Yeah.
So, I think this could go either way.
Yeah. You want to know who possibly saved him tonight?
You mean tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, tomorrow. You want to know who possibly saves him?
Sure.
Okay. So let's just say the Good Brothers get involved.
Okay.
Wouldn't you love to hear the Motor City Machine Guns music?
100%.
Yeah, man. I think we have potential to see something really cool, and I hope they give it to us. I don't know if they will.
I'm trying to think of like a team name for the Motor City Nightmares.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Regardless, I think
that would be cool.
I think it has a chance to be like a really
man.
cool situation.
And them two musics intertwined could be freaking fire.
Yeah, like there's potential to do some great things. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but Cody wins. I don't know exactly how, but Cody wins. He's obviously gonna get AJ to say I quit, but I'm not sure what exactly happens to get there to that point. But I think there's interference from somebody, and I think Cody ends up winning.
All right.
A tough match, and we have the return of blood.
Okay. I'm gonna say nobody's gonna say I quit.
You think it just ends in a no contest because of interference from the bloodline?
Well,
or something
I mean, there's no DQ.
I don't know if the bloodline
there's
has
no DQ, so
gripe with it. Yeah, but we've seen that they don't exactly follow the rules.
Right, but
if they can't compete, they can't compete.
I think one of those are gonna get put to sleep, knocked out, whatever, where they can't say I quit. So it'll be a rough decision, and maybe we get a Cody and AJ 3.0.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just my guess. If I had another choice, Cody is gonna retain. And honestly, they could put the strap on AJ. They could, because he's not got very much time left.
But I don't think they do.
No, because I think, as I did read and hear today, that he is interested in going to TNA. So I see they could do a lot of crossover stuff with him, and it would be great for both brands.
I do. Yeah.
Or both promotions, sorry.
So I think it has a chance to be an outstanding show. Obviously, we're going to get some sort of Uncle Howdy reference at the show.
Yeah.
Monday's an important day. I'm still iffy on it all because I'm afraid they're going to screw this up. I'm trying to be as level-headed as possible. I want the good stuff to happen. I'm just not optimistic because they really fumbled this last time, and I don't want them to fumble this time.
So, I think they could go one of two ways. So I think Saturday, they're going to do something. Either the members are going to show up, or Uncle Howdy's going to show up, or Bo, whoever Bo is, the leader, will show up Saturday. And then the rest of the team, or group, or whatever you want to call them, the family, will show up on Monday. I think they're going to do something, because they want people to be like, all right, we're ready for Monday, let's go. Yeah. I mean, we're all ready for Monday with the countdown, whatever, but I think they want to plant that seed to let it grow.
Okay.
And, I mean, they have to. Or maybe they just do it all at once. I don't know. Who knows with them?
Yeah.
But either way, regardless, I guarantee we will get a QR code.
Yeah, we're getting something. So that's exciting. I think, like I said, it's potential to be a great premium live event. We're looking forward to it. I expect it to be a ruckus crowd.
Oh, yeah. It always is.
I expect them to take it up a notch because they're probably tired of hearing how great the France crowd was.
Yeah, 100%. You're probably right.
And like I said, I'll argue that Puerto Rico's crowd was fantastic as well.
Oh, yeah.
We've had some really incredible crowds as of late.
Yeah.
And we're excited to see what happens. I think it's going to be a great premium live event. And I think, obviously, the pay-per-view tonight in TNA affects a little bit because maybe Joe Hendry gets involved. I believe in him.
He was down at the dungeon.
Possible return of Jeff Hardy coming as Willow, something of that nature. A broken Matt Hardy. We got some of these names possibly being involved in NXT on Tuesday. So there's a lot of importance here this weekend with both pay-per-view / premium live events. They're going to have some effect on each other.
We always have that next edition of the Bloodline.
And yeah, we got a new member coming there too. Mr. Hikuleo is going to get another name. I hope it's not that one that I saw floating around. That's a stupid name. But anyway.
Yeah.
They're going to do something with him. What are they going to do with Jacob Fatu?
He's going to Roman.
What are they doing with the rest of the guys? Is Roman really ready? He looked pretty good in that picture.
Yeah, he did.
So we'll see.
He deserved that time off.
Yeah,
Whether you want to gripe or not.
He did.
4 years was or 3 years, 4 years, whatever it was
too long.
Way too long to have a title on him. But you know what? Whether you like him or hate him or whatever, Roman is a great person.
Yeah.
Especially battling leukemia and all that stuff and everything he probably has to do to keep his body the way he does is probably impressive.
The man is
so I will give him whether I was one of those people that were just tired of Roman.
I got worn out with him. The same thing happened a long time ago with me with Hulk Hogan. Right. I was a huge Hulk Hogan mark growing up, and you kind of get tired after a while. Same thing happened to me with Goldberg.
But will that crowd pop when he returns? 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
it will be
if we
crazy.
Keep hearing those, we want Roman
and you know
chants.
what? The Bloodline. The
Story's
Bloodline 2.0
is
only building that up for Roman to get that pop.
Oh yeah,
and
fire.
Like he said, that storyline so far, I give props to WWE because they went from we have this solo guy that we didn't really know what we were getting to now you add help me out here.
Tama.
Thank you, Tama, and then his brother,
and
now possibly another one. So, and that's ballooned to, wow, we have a legit stable, and they're using them and creating this wonderful storyline and ballooning out. Like, I'm actually excited to know what they're going to do next. Like, when they first started the Bloodline, and, they had Sammy every week and whatever, like, exciting. Okay, what do you do next? Like, I'm excited. I'm drawn into that Bloodline.
Did I actually see Solo with shoes on and personality?
What? Yeah, two things in one.
Wow.
Hey, and he pulls that suit off,
bro,
man.
His character development, say what you will. If I hear one more person gripe over his character development, you are dead wrong. You're not watching the same thing I'm watching.
They've went from Solo just being
there.
Back person,
to being the dude.
And me saying a lot of times, like, come on, bring back the old NXT version of Solo.
I want the old version.
And whatever, so this version is freaking spot on.
Yeah. I'm loving this guy.
The signings that they just keep bringing in, like, I know I gripe on you, whatever, about another Bloodline person, okay.
But hey, they nail it, man.
But dude, they've been nailing it. 100%, and I'm excited for the OG Bloodline and see what Roman has in store with the Uso brothers coming back. Roman and who does join him, like Jacob or who knows.
I am intrigued where they go though because I did see The Rock has a pretty serious elbow injury from the movie. I don't know how this affects plans, so we'll see. I'm sure they have a backup plan.
I'm sure he was going to be a manager anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was going to get really crazy involved anyway.
He's a mouthpiece. He's like Paul Heyman.
My name is Paul Heyman. Which at some point I fully expect a Paul Heyman turn as well.
Dude, I hope...
I'm killing for it.
I hope the Bloodline don't turn on him. I hope he turns on the Bloodline.
Yep, and we talked about this. He is the perfect manager to give the Braun Breaker right now.
100%. And
I'll keep clamoring for it.
I hope Ricochet does resign.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there.
But let me tell you, that freaking spot with where he bounced off the tractor trailer and onto the ground. Whoo, that was a nasty bump.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They've been doing some incredible work.
So anybody that once says wrestling is fake, it is scripted, but it is not fake.
Yeah, these guys put their bodies through hell, and
guys, let me tell you, I most certainly would not want to take that bump.
Yes,
I'd probably be broken.
Now, obviously, SmackDown already happened or whatever. Yeah. We're gonna watch it anyway
at some point,
even though it's not really like
probably Saturday after the pay-per-view.
Not gonna gain much from it, so I don't really care too much. But Monday and Tuesday are huge for the future of wrestling here.
100%.
This forbidden door, so to speak, is getting blown wide open.
Yes, it is.
So this weekend's humongous for wrestling. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. We love it, love to see it, and there's so much more to take in and enjoy. So with that being said, it's time for that special time of the show.
Shout out time!
Oh yeah, shout out time. I'm going to start with this guy right here.
T-shirt Tony.
Oh yeah. Funny Farm Apparel Company, official apparel company. The Critical
He
Conversation
makes
Bros.
t-shirts, hats, laser
Sweatshirts.
engraving, sweatshirts.
You name it.
Yeah, pretty much. Check his website out. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Really awesome. He's kind of like a dad figure to me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good guy.
And who do you got?
Oh man, we're gonna give a shout out to Myers Meadows, best wiffle ball around. John and Tom Turnbull, great guys. Also both dads. So happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Hopefully one of these days we'll get our flag out
Yeah,
there.
we're gonna get our flag
so
out
we
there.
can actually do a hanging ceremony.
Yeah, we've been busy. We're gonna do a hanging ceremony though. Gonna have a good time with these guys. We're looking forward to it. We got some other shout outs.
I got a shout out to Ryan118 who left a comment and watches our videos and supports us from none other than, I believe, Scotland, UK, somewhere. So this pay-per-view's in his hometown.
I hope the mate's there.
So yeah,
Is it?
yeah, I don't know.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Man, we'll have to get in contact with him
shout out
because
to
this is
him.
exciting.
Check him out. He does
Football, right?
yes, football.
Football.
And he does have a wrestling page now, so he does do wrestling content also.
He's an announcer for ICW, right? Something like that. nature?
Something like that.
He does
nature,
something
yeah.
with ICW.
Yeah,
We know he's a pretty cool cat.
he is. He's very awesome. I enjoyed talking with him. So
A
make
genuine
sure.
human being that we met in Philadelphia. So shout
Yeah.
out.
So make sure you check his stuff out too. He's been supportive, and we want to help support him through our stuff too.
Obviously, use the platform to do bigger things.
Correct.
All right. Shout out to Sam and Steph,
Sam and Steph.
our high quality friends.
Wonderful
who we
friends.
enjoy watching wrestling with.
Yeah.
Great people.
Yeah. Sometimes they have questionable likes and dislikes
Yeah.
for wrestling, but
And their sports team. But anyway, that's for another time.
100% LeBron James.
Our good friend Cody and Nick.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, those guys.
Those guys are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool guys.
Even though I'm still trying to figure out Nick. He likes the A-Town Down team. I just haven't. I figured out he likes the teams that sit on the bench.
And I would be remiss if I didn't address this, and we'll address it in the best way possible. Shout out to Pride Month. Okay? We love the Pride Month. We love our people. Make sure you treat everybody equally. We're about love for everybody. So let's just be nice, be kind, and love everyone. There's no need to be hateful.
We live in America. We should like colors no matter what.
At this point,
Anything.
I'm still mystified that we can't find a way for everybody to just get along and have a good time and love each other.
That's what
We-
makes
most
America
of us,
the greatest place in the world.
most of us like a lot of the same things, and we enjoy them in the same ways. So I'm not sure why it's such a big deal.
Yeah. And shouts to people all over the world that watch us, continue to watch us.
Oh, and I got one more special shout
Oh
out.
boy.
Oh yeah, I hate to interrupt you, but shout out to your sister who graduated.
Yes.
Man,
Can't believe she's 18.
a very inspirational child. If you don't know, this young man, his sister has Down syndrome, but boy is she awesome in every way, and she kicked butt and she graduated, and we couldn't be more proud.
She was she was so confused. She ran down the aisle
Yeah.
without her diploma.
That was hilarious in every way. I was watching with my daughter on
But
YouTube.
she did very, very well. Like it was probably about an hour long, and she sat there nice and peaceful. So she did very well. I was very proud of her.
Yeah, she did great. We were watching and enjoying the ceremony as it happened, and it was just a great time. So we thank you. Continue to like, subscribe, comment, follow us on TikTok, YouTube, all the platforms. We appreciate your support, and we love having you.
Yeah, make sure you check that notification bell at the bottom. If it isn't on, please turn it on so that way you can see our wonderful faces when we make a video.
That's right. All right. With that being said, we thank you. We look forward to a great weekend in wrestling. We have a lot to touch base on when we come back because there's so much happening. We never did really talk about our terrible predictions for King and Queen of the Ring. That will speak for itself because we were terrible. They chose routes. They get title shots at SummerSlam. So boy, that is all going to be relevant and circle back around. And all this directly affects the next pay-per-view as well, and then it's going to bleed into SummerSlam. So all this is humongous. Tons going on.
Yep.
We can't wait to analyze it and get into it more. But thank you. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all the platforms. We love you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for all the continued support that we continue getting.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Peace out. No heart. Thank you.
Thank you.